Hello Stampers, and welcome to my video. Today I'm going to teach you how to do the double swing card. It is a little bit different than the video that I had done on the single swing card, which was this one. Okay, and I'm also at the end going to show you how to use your movers and shapers die, so you can use any of the elements in that die to make this same type of card. Back in the day, we used to take these cards and use our X-Acto knife and our metal edge blades to do the cutting. But what ended up happening with that was we used to end up with fingers that looked like this. And we just don't have to do that anymore because we can use our Big Shot. So let me show you how we got this card right here. The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to take your card, which is just a regular 8.5 by 5.5 inch card. You're going to score from here to here at 3.5, and then you're going to take and you're going to score from here to here at 3.5. So it's 3.5 and 3.5. And then what I did was I made a Z fold. I just folded it one way and then the opposite way. That's very important for the next step. What we're going to do now is I took my die, and on my die I counted in. I just used the square scallop die, but you can use any die at all. On this particular one I went in 1, 2, 3 scallops, 1, 2, 3 scallops, and I drew my lines with my smooch paint line thing. Okay, so there we have that. And then the next step that you have to do is to line up. Let's take this off here for a second. Then the next thing that you have to do is to take these folds and line them up with the lines that you had made on your dies. You'll notice that I do a lot of drawing on my dies. That's to do things like this that are a lot easier. So I've lined up my folds on each one of them, on each side. The next thing that I need to do is to get out my Big Shot so that I don't have to use my X-Acto knife anymore. You lay this on your plate, just like this. And then this is the part that makes it unique. Instead of putting my clear pad over the top of it so that it cuts through this swing part, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide my plastic plate to where the first crease is on my die. It also lines up with the lines on my my Big Shot die, my square scallop die. And then without getting any body parts in there, what you want to do is you want to just take and run it through your Big Shot. And that is your first cut. And this is what it looks like. You leave it right in here, and actually this kind of anchors it so you don't have to, so it doesn't move. You're going to turn your die around, lay it back down onto your Big Shot, put your cutting pad back in, and line it up with the second crease. Remember, you do not want to put that crease pad at all in the middle here, because what that does is it will cut the inside of that. And you need this piece right here for your swing. So again, I'm just lining this back up and running it through the Big Shot. When you do that, it allows you to keep the swing in the middle, and it has your two cuts on the outer side. Now what I tell the gals to do is to just take and fold this. It doesn't matter about the dies right here. What they do is they automatically pop out here and here, and now you have your swing. In order to make these creases go away, you can just cut out pieces of the square scallop and put them on there. You can make ovals, you can make whatever you want. And what that does is it makes your swing a little bit sturdier, this part right in through here. So that's that card. I also have a card that I made for my continuing ed class, and the gals there did it. This is the card that I did for my continuing ed class, and it's pretty much the same thing. I used the Love Notes DSP Easter Blossom stamp set from the Occasions mini catalog, and that was the card that I had done. The whole inspiration from this came from Barb Stomoronsky, and this is the card that she had done earlier on. This is from Friends 24/7. She did this as a swap for our meeting, and this is the card that inspired me to do this video. Isn't that fantastic? Okay, real quick, I'm going to show you how to do the movers and shapers die. Okay, the first thing that I did, now this one I did not have to mark up my die, but you can if you want. And like I said, you can take and use any single one of these elements that go inside that. The first thing, well, let me just show you the card one more time. Here's the card. okay? And here's what it looks like. This is just a single sheet, half sheet of cardstock. It's 4 1/4 by 11. I folded it in half, and then I folded it again in half, which is, I believe, is 2 3/4. Okay, so that's how I did that part of it. So here's that part right here, everything that I started with, all my folds and whatnot. Okay, the next thing that you have to do is you take this and you have to fit it right inside that little square right there to make sure that it's nice and even and butted up on the front. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take and you're going to fold this backwards at the halfway mark. Now you'll notice that this is not lined up. You have to line that up, the bottom and the top, with that crease. Because if you don't line it up, this is what's going to happen. You have to line this one up. And it's more or less just the heart-shaped die. If you're doing the oval die or the circle die or, you know, even the bird die on this, you do not have to line this up. But I wanted to show you the hardest one, or the most intricate one first, because I wanted to show you that if you don't line it up, this is what happens. So you have to get that little point and that point right on the crease. Again, what you're going to do is fold this back over, and where that crease is where your plastic plate goes. And what that does is it ends the cutting process with your die. Okay, why isn't that going through here? Oh. Okay. So here we go. Alrighty, so I'm going to end that right here at your crease. Ready? And then we just push it in and run it through. And when it comes out, you have this little piece right here, but you have your little cutout. Well, I hope you enjoyed my video today. Take care and have a great day.